Miss Duck gave Panda a cold glare as she watched Skunk sleeping peacefully on a branch of the tree where he and Panda lived. It was a cold night, and Skunk was shivering on the branch where he was lying. Panda was awake, watching the sleeping skunk and considering reaching up to wrap his warm furry arms around the boy. Every time he appeared to be attempting to grab the child, Miss Duck would give him a cold glare, and Panda would decide that the boy might be better off in a tree than within his arms. "You know why I came here," Miss Duck said to the old panda who nodded his head. She was fully aware of Panda's past with younger boys within the valley. She remembered the many children who had studied under him a long time ago, before Fox and Rabbit were born. She knew of Panda's sexual desire, and she knew that a young boy living with Panda would tempt him. Panda had promised her that he wasn't doing funny things to Skunk at night when she wasn't watching, but the special training that Skunk had told her about earlier today made her suspicious. A quick inspection of his tail revealed a strange white sticky liquid within the fur. A small poke from one of her feathers into his anus revealed that it was sore and enlarged. "How could you lie to me?" Miss Duck asked. A look of betrayal was in her eyes that made Panda look away from her. He knew that he shouldn't have been doing the things that he had been doing with the young skunk, but he found it hard to resist. The skunk's body tempted him in a way that no other child had ever tempted him. The desire to play with the body of the boy was too great for him to ignore. "I'm sorry. I promise that I will stop. Stop making promises. I don't want you to disappoint me again by breaking another promise," Miss Duck said as tears started to form within her eyes while the young skunk slept peacefully above them, oblivious to their conversation. "Listen to me. If you don't stop doing the things you are doing with that poor boy, then I will be forced to separate you," Miss Duck said to Panda, who allowed a small smile to grace his lips as he stood up, towering over the smaller blue duck. "You will not separate me from the one that I love," Panda said to the duck, who continued to stare at him with a coldness within her eyes. "You also love the dragon. I don't need to remind you how that turned out," Miss Duck said with a final glare before she turned and started walking down the hill. "We don't need another animal corrupted by you," Miss Duck whispered. When she was out of sight, Panda allowed himself to reach up and grab the little boy. He allowed his furry arms to protect the child from the cold wind, and the smile on the child's face made him feel happy. He considered using one of his fingers to pleasure the sleeping child, but he decided against it. He didn't need another lecture from Miss Duck, and he didn't want to see if she really would take Skunk away from him. If someone attempted to take Skunk away from him, then he wasn't sure what he would do.
Yeah, Rivalry!
The animals had gathered on the top of the hill where Skunk and Panda lived. Baboon had organized a large group of ninja monkeys who were now charging towards them. The animals of the valley were unsure of what to do. Rabbit wanted to attack them, and Panda was considering allowing him the opportunity to defend the valley. However, he guiltily cast his gaze towards Skunk, who appeared to be a little sore after the special training that had occurred 2 nights earlier between them. He didn't want Skunk to risk further injury by fighting the horde of monkeys. Luckily for him, it appeared as though he might not need to attack the monkeys, and Skunk could remain safe.
Come on, let's attack already!
Rabbit's voice was heard in front of Panda. The overexcited warrior was jumping up and down in a way that displayed his eagerness to fight the monkeys. Panda couldn't allow Skunk to fight and potentially injure himself. He didn't want Miss Duck to lecture him, and he didn't want to lose his prize pupil.
Patience, Rabbit.
Panda said simply as he watched the monkey horde dash up the hill towards him. He smiled. He could already see the fatigue in the monkeys as they ran up the hill. Rabbit appeared to get more nervous or excited at the prospect of fighting the monkeys, and he appeared to be ready to leap into action. Panda couldn't risk a fight causing more injury to his beloved Skunk.
No,
Panda said simply, which appeared to be enough to stop the rabbit from attacking the monkeys. Luckily for him and Skunk, the monkeys all tired themselves out just as he predicted. The animals in the valley were safe, Skunk didn't injure himself, and hopefully Miss Duck wouldn't give him another lecture. He could hear baboons screaming in the distance as he walked away, but he didn't care. He was focused on the admiration in Skunk's eyes as he walked beside him.
Master Panda, how did you do that?
Skunk asked him, and he resisted the urge to smile. He didn't want to tell the boy they held back, hoping that the monkeys would tire themselves out so that the young skunk wouldn't get hurt. The boy might ask a few too many questions if he told him.
Victory is often a matter of allowing your opponent to defeat himself,
Panda said to the young skunk, and a look of confusion appeared on his face as he attempted to process what he had been told.
It means he got lucky. Look, I don't care if it worked. We could have easily pounded those monkeys,
Rabbit said to the two of them, who stared at each other as smiled, as they remembered the story between them of Panda pounding Skunk's backside late at night.
War isn't supposed to be slow and careful. Well, you know what? It's about time I started my own martial arts school. Yeah!
Rabbit put his paw to his chin thoughtfully as Panda glared at the rabbit. He could guess what Rabbit was gonna say next, and he didn't like it.
And you can be my first student,
Rabbit said as he pointed at Skunk, raising the ire of the old Panda who stood beside him.
I couldn't leave Panda.
Skunk said to the rabbit, which made Panda feel happy. His little toy displayed loyalty, a quality which he admired. Of course, Dragon had been loyal to him until he hadn't been loyal anymore.
You're gonna miss out on the most butt-kickingest school of all time. Everybody's gonna want to join.
Rabbit said before turning away from the two and falling out of the tree that he was perched in. He could spit out a few leaves that were caught in his mouth on the ground before walking away. Panda could see that Skunk was thinking about following Rabbit, and he could have thought Skunk belonged to him. He won't offer you my special training, Panda said to the skunk. It hurts sometimes, but I wouldn't want special training from anyone else. I tried it with Bird once, and he wasn't as gentle as you were. I think that Rabbit would hurt me if he tried to do special training with me, Skunk said, and Panda raised an eyebrow. He'd have to talk with Bird later. But right now, Skunk needed to relax. He couldn't put him through any sort of training with his butthole being as sore as it was. You can take the rest of the day off.